Hey patrons, what's up? What up? All my $20 patrons, where you at? You're right there. You're watching this video. If this is your first time watching one of these, I just chill here and I talk to you guys and do a review. There's not going to be any edits. There's not going to be any movie clips because that would kind of negate the purpose of saving myself time. So sorry if this is not what you're looking for. I tried to be as accurate as possible in my description of the reward. But yeah, you're just gonna have like it's very casual. It's very real. I'm real. All right. And Lucy's here today, even though she's not looking at the camera. Lucy, there's a cat. So today I'm going to be reviewing Train to Busan. At this level, I do a movie review of just any movie that I've happened to watch that month, and I happen to watch Train to Busan after hearing about it so much. Heard about it a lot, and I watched it. And I like to go into movies that I've never seen before, not knowing anything. So up until the day I watched it, I didn't even know that Train to Busan was a like foreign film. And then I mentioned to one of my friends that I was going to be watching it, and they gave me a brief like, "Oh, it's a South Korean, it's zombies on a train." And so I knew that much going in. And if you've never seen it, it's up to you whether or not you want to watch it before or after listening to this review. I will get into spoilers just because that's the nature of these things. So it is zombies on a train. Like, that's what it is. That's what I expected going into it after having heard that, and that's what I got exactly. Um, it reminded me a little bit of Snowpiercer. I don't know if you've ever seen that. That was a fun little movie. Another one where like I just knew nothing about it going into it, and I was really pleasantly surprised by that one. I really like dystopian movies. I like it was a fun like claustrophobic, objective type thing, and I really enjoyed Snowpiercer. And this movie reminded me a lot of it. Most of it takes place on the train, and it follows like a group of random people who happen to be on the train as they survive a zombie outbreak. Um, yeah, having seen Snowpiercer, having seen a lot of zombie movies, and then also being aware of its ranking on Rotten Tomatoes, it had a 96%. I think it still has a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. I expected maybe a little bit more, but I still had a really good time watching it. It's just, it kind of hits all the beats of a zombie movie as far as like the things for me that I like. You know, it's dwindling party. You have a group of survivors that you're going to focus on. They're each going to die as the movie continues. You have like the douchebag guy, in this case the COO, who is just out for himself and will like sacrifice other people. It's a trope we've seen a lot, dating all the way back to Night of the Living Dead with Harry Cooper, as we saw in the kill count. This CEO, the COO guy, is a lot worse. He actively kills, I think. There's the train conductor, there's like the two teens he's responsible for, and then like the other, like the actual train conductor, in addition to the attendant. So that guy sucked. Um, the movie is shot really well. It's well made. It's very well made. It's not like a shitty, cheap horror film, and the action's really well done. I would say it's cool. The set pieces, which is just like, how would I describe? Oh, you're leaving. All right, she's done. I guess a set piece is like a big scene or like a sequence. Um, I'm thinking of stuff like when the three guys. So I'm really bad with these names. I don't remember a single one of them. I'm sorry. That's probably like culturally insensitive, but like it's hard for me to remember Korean names like that. All I remember is that the little girl was Suan. But anyway, so there's the main guy, her dad, and the baseball player, and like the working class bigger dude who was like kind of the standout, in my opinion, character of the movie. And so the set piece when they're like fighting their way through the train after having gotten back on it in the end, that was really cool. And to see like the one really cool innovative thing in this movie was that the zombies like, if they don't see you, they're cool, they're chill. They are only activated by the sight of humans, and so if you obfuscate their view, they don't like know you're there unless you're making noise, And when the lights go out, like when they're driving through a tunnel, they don't see you. So that was really cool watching them like problem solve that. Um, I enjoyed that. The acting, it's always hard to tell in foreign movies if the acting's good or not, you know? Because, like, so much of judging a person's acting is kind of based on, like, their enunciation, their, like, emotion in the things that they're saying. And it's hard when you don't know what they're saying, aside from with subtitles, if the acting's good. But for me, everything was really sold well. I really like it. Uh, yeah, that working class guy was, like, the standout. He was great. A lot of funny lines. It was a fun character. The characters were like archetypical. There was like the disturbed homeless guy, and then like the working class dude and his pregnant wife, and like I said, the greedy COO, and like the young lovers. But I wasn't bothered by that. I thought they were like good representations of those kind of characters, which was cool. And I guess I can appreciate the fact that there's like a lot of like class undertones there. There's a lot of like the whole thing with the main guy is like he works so hard that he kind of ignores his daughter. I love the thing early on where he like just looks up a gift to get her, gets her a Wii, brings it to her, and she opens it and she's like, they just look across the room at another Wii that he had gotten her earlier. Like it's a great reveal without any dialogue too, because she just like opens it, is really sad, and looks up over, and then he like matches her eyesight, and they both look at the Wii. And I just love it, moments like that where they don't even need the dialogue to convey this character, and like just like that you're like, wow, this guy, this sucks, this is sad. And that relationship is a nice emotional through line for the film as you see him, especially in the case, because like I said in my Night of the Living Dead kill count, zombie movies are great to have situations where characters pit their like world views at each other, because it's such an extreme situation that if you're like an Ayn Randian type individuals, everyone for themselves type thinking, like that's a situation where is that the best way to be in those situations, in that dire life or death situation, or is like helping other people good? And in this movie you have the little girl wanting her dad to think for other people more than just himself, which he's always shown to do. And it's tough to say, you know, I mean, obviously with the little girl being the person behind that worldview, like that's kind of what the movie is saying is the right thing to do. But like when you think about it, everyone ends up dying, I guess, because of that COO. He really fucks everyone over, man. When he kills the conductor, or doesn't kill him, but he like throws him to the ground and lets him get eaten, and then hops on the train that the conductor had started. I'm like, what are you doing, man? You kind of need that guy. And there were some cases in the movie where I was bothered by character decisions where it felt like they were only doing things because the movie needed them to do those things. And that's one of my big frustrations with movies, TV shows, anything. I want the characters to act. They don't necessarily have to be super smart, but they should be acting in a logical way that makes sense for them. In improv, we call it act from the height of your intelligence. Don't pretend. Don't do something that wouldn't make sense for that person to do, because it kind of takes away any enjoyability from watching that character do that when you know that they're only doing it so that the story can progress a certain way. And so for me, the biggest moment of that was when the group gets the like isolated group gets up to like the front car with the rest of the passengers, all the red shirts who you know are going to die somehow because they don't have names and we haven't been following them, and they don't want to let the people in case they're infected. They finally like get the door. Well, first off, actually before that is they run into the, so here I'll set the stage if you haven't seen it. Most of the people, including the douchey COO, are in like one of the front cars, all right? And then the car behind them is empty, and then all the cars behind that one are full of zombies. So our heroes, all the named characters, get into this like empty car, and the working class guy closes the door behind him, but doesn't quite make it. A zombie's like hand is in there, and like it's so frustrating and so dumb that no one like helps him with it. And eventually it gets to the point where, like, it doesn't matter if they're helping him, because when they go and help him, it's too late. Like, there's too many, like, zombie hands in there. But immediately, had they, like, gotten in, turned around, and shut that door, it's just frustrating that, like, well, obvious, I don't know. And you can argue that, like, in a situation with, like, high tension like that, maybe they would have forgotten, but, you know, they're doing everything right up until that moment. And then, after that, so that guy dies, holding the door because they end up breaking the glass. The rest of them get into the front cart, and then there's these two old ladies who are sisters, and one of them is chilling in that front car safe, and the other is with the other group. And she just kind of, the one who, like, was with the other group just kind of stands there. Like, there's no reason that she couldn't have gotten in that front car. And this sounds nitpicky, I'm sure, but when you're watching the movie, it bugged me, especially because that was such an important point. Because her sister sees her die with the zombies, and the rest of the people get into the front car and close the door. And then her sister, the one who lived, winds up, like, just fucking opening the door, which I thought was crazy. Interesting, though. Like, this, like, man, these people fucked my sister. They ended up making her die, and, like, what right did they have to live? We're all gonna die anyway. Open the door. So that was interesting. I don't know. The zombies were cool. They're zombies. They run. Like, there are a couple of sequences where they're just like this wave of zombies, and, like, it's one of those situations where you can tell it's CG'd up somehow, because it's just like this cascade of zombies coming through a door or through a window, but it still looks pretty fucking cool, I think. And, like, when they come out the window at the train station, like, fall onto the train, that's really cool. I enjoyed myself. It was good. The ending is, like, bittersweet. Spoiler alert, upcoming. Are you gone if you don't want the spoiler? Okay. The dad does get infected, but, like, sets up his little girl and the pregnant woman to, like, survive, and jumps off the train. Oh yeah, the like the zombie holding onto the train, and then the rest of them, like, piling, like, dragging on with him, and, like, them running. More zombies, like, running up the zombies to get onto the train. That was really cool, like, thing near the end. There were a lot of big, memorable sequences in here. Like, the train yard explosion when, like, an out-of-control train hits them. Just all the, like, going through the dark carts. Using the phone to, like, distract the zombies. And a lot of good stuff. But going into it knowing that it was, like, a 96%. I was maybe just a tiny bit let down. But I think it's worth watching. If you like zombie movies, definitely worth watching. It's a good zombie movie. But, you know, zombie movies, you feel like we've seen everything we can see from zombies now. Prove me wrong, horror filmmakers. Yeah. All right, guys. That is my Train to Busan review. Please let me know what you think. Have you seen this movie? Have you not? Let me know. Debate me. Any points, you know? Any points that I had that you might not disagree with, I'd love to hear from you. You guys are amazing for supporting me, especially at this level. That just means so much to me that you guys would be willing to just support me that much, you know? And, like, you guys make me really happy that there are people out there who appreciate what I do enough to do this. And I hope that this and my continued releases of videos is worth it to you. Please always let me know if there's anything I can do to make your patronage feel more worth it, or this whole Patreon experience just better for you. Please never hesitate to let me know, because you guys are the ones that matter. You guys are the ones that, like, mean a lot to me. So please never hesitate. Don't think that I would, like, get upset at any criticism or feedback. I can take it, you know, as long as you're not dicks about it. But I mean, I guess you're paying if you want to be dicks. If you're paying to be dicks, you can do that, I guess. Please don't. I know you won't, because you guys are awesome. You guys are the best. Thank you for this. And next month, maybe the 15th will be the day that I do it each month, so that you can rely on it, because that gives me, you know, 2 weeks into the month to do it, to watch a movie and review it for you guys. So let me know if that works for you. Thank you again, and I'll see you around a live stream, next month's review, kill count, whatever, man. Make yourself known if you want. I'm always here. Thanks, guys.